Hello, this is Brandon Roberts. I'm with Platypus Motors in Tillamook, Oregon. It's May 22nd, 2019, and what I'm doing today is doing a final test on a Johnson 1958 10 horse. You can see the bonnet down here. It's the clamshell style. It is in original condition. I think it has however many hours I put on it in my test tank, and that's about it. I got it from a gentleman a few years ago. It was in a storage unit with about 20 other motors. I just recently sold it to a gentleman that's got a vintage boat that he wanted to match something of the same era to put on it. So I kind of regret selling it to him because it was in such good condition. I actually had it in part of my collector section, but I obviously have way too many motors and I'm a business, so sell them when you got them. I did a fuel pump conversion on this motor, as I do with all the 60 and earlier Johnsons. I don't know why they didn't put the fuel pumps on them like they did the Sea Kings and some of the Evinrudes in that era. But anyway, it's fairly easy conversion. You got to remove the carburetor, remove the little flapper, the little vacuum flapper in there, in the replate area, and then you add a fuel pump, an external fuel pump. I've got these online for about 20 bucks, or a Mikuni style fuel pump. I used the clear vinyl line for the vacuum signal just to differentiate. Seems to hold up well the non-ethanol and slight ethanol blends. Then I've got regular fuel line going from the intake and the outtake. Other than that, you know, the carburetor's been tuned up. I had a new impeller installed. It actually ran amazingly well and cool with a damaged impeller. It had one of its legs broke off and just spinning inside the housing, so they're pretty durable motors even with some damage and wear. It's in super clean condition, like you can tell. All original paint from what I can see. The coils were obviously toast. They were cracked, and that's what happens with these when they sit over time. It actually sparked and ran, but it had a little bit of a miss, and that's what they do. So it's got new coils. The plugs are in good condition, gapped 030. The compression was 85 pounds. The points and condenser are original, and they actually had zero wear on them whatsoever. So it was just amazing. I think I'm pretty much the only guy that's ran this motor. And then another thing you have to do with the fuel pump conversion is you install a later model fuel pump connector there, or fuel connector, and then you can run a single line tank. And I've just got a, you know, slightly newer but similar era OMC tank, in good condition, really clean inside, has some wear on the outside, dings and whatnot, but otherwise, yeah, really good condition. So we're going to go ahead and start it up here. This was, the video was made for Josh Jarman out of Dallas, Oregon. He's the one that purchased it, and he's been waiting patiently for his motor. So I told him I'd make him a video and send it to him before he got here. Okay, let's see how she does. It hasn't ran in a few days, so this is going to be a cold start. So obviously you're going to do the choke. And I've got it set where it needs to be as far as low speed and high speed mixtures. We're going to throw her on the start here and then give it a crank, see how she does. And I apologize for my balancing of the camera while I do this.